Right, guys, so I've just come from updating my laptop's graphics cards, drivers and everything. But I don't know, it's kind of weird because I'm looking at this. Right, I'm looking at this settings thing, and it's currently telling me, like you see here where it says display. On display 1, I can go from 60 Hertz to 240 Hertz. On display 2, which is my monitor in the background, I cannot go up to 240 Hertz. I mean, I can't go up to even 144 Hertz. It does support 144 Hertz. So as you can see there, it's got 1440p, 2560, 1920 by 1080. So what I want to do, it might seem a bit crazy, but I want to change the resolution. Right, so it's saying recommended. I actually want to lower this. So I know this is gonna be really crazy, but oh my god, look at the screen. Looks ugly. So this was at if you guys can tell, where's the settings? Why doesn't the settings come out? So right, so the settings right now is 1920 by 1080, but I want to actually reduce it much further than that, to 1280 by 720. Now, I know what you guys are probably thinking. Why are you going all the way down there if you got 16 gigs of RAM? Well, I want to see what kind of performance I'm going to get from this laptop. But it can actually do 240. Despite the fact that I've lowered it to 1280 by 720, it can actually go up to 240. This one goes up to 140 Hertz. So I'm going to keep the external at 144 Hertz. Right, so it's allowed me to push the other one to 144 Hertz. And I'm just wondering, so that's, you see, so it's saying NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3080 Ti laptop GPU. And that's 144 Hertz. That's the maximum my gaming monitor can do. I don't think this is that clear. I don't know if it's zooming in or what. So I'll just keep it like that. Right. So in the background, I'll just show you guys. There's a monitor over there. I don't know if this thing will allow me. That's my gaming monitor in the background. Okay. So that's the one that's doing the 144 Hertz. Right. So I'm going to go for display 1. And I'm going to swap this from 60 to 240 Hertz. Right, so it's currently doing 240 Hertz, and that's display 1, and display 2 is doing 144 Hertz. Right, so I mean, the way I have it, you see, it's duplicate this display, so it's like 1 and 2. So it's like this is set at its highest, but I've reduced it to 1280 by 720. Should I do that? I don't think so, but you know, it is what it is. Let me just look in this thing. I want to see if Steam went inside here, because you see, what I've been doing is I've been trying to, well, what I did the first time was a good thing, because by putting Steam into the, it says still series. What's this thing? And then GG. I don't know what the still series thing is. So I'm going to add this. Now, I know what you guys are thinking. Why do that if you got 16 gigs of RAM? Why put it to 1280? I don't know. It's like this is the way I have. This is my imagination. I want to get maximum frames per second. So it's not that I'm greedy. I'm not greedy. I just want the maximum frames per second. Every frame that I can get from this laptop is what I want. Right, let me see. This is BlueStacks. What are these? Also, there's apps in here. I haven't seen these apps. What I'm going to do basically is I'm going to, I haven't played around with the actual settings of the laptop. As you can see, I haven't actually put anything into this. Like, I haven't changed the keyboard's colors and everything. I haven't been doing that. What I've been mostly doing is making sure all my games have transferred, from where they're coming from. So I'm not using C drive that much. That's a terabyte. This is the 2 terabyte one. So this is the one that's got most of my games. And no, I'm looking for Steam. Okay, so Steam, I don't think this Steam has any games in it, because this one did come from the other one. I don't know, is the game in here? No, no game. I never understood this AVA game thing. I don't know why people play it, but it is what it is. Right, so this Steam doesn't have anything. It's the other Steam. It's the Steam library. So Steam apps. Come on, Steam apps, common. Yeah, you see, so in here, the one that I want to test right now is going to be Call of Duty. Now, I haven't added this to GeForce Now, not yet. I know what you're gonna think, like, why? Why not add it? I'm gonna add it like now, I will add it like right now. Okay, so this isn't giving me the stuff that I'm looking for. Right, let's see. I'm just gonna put all the stuff in here. So I think this is mostly Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3 that I'm dealing with at the moment. Will I put other games in there? Probably. The thing is, the game that I really wanted to test the most was Call of Duty. So it's not that I don't have an interest in the other games. I do. But I just don't play them as much. The other game that I do want to add is going to be, I'm going to add War Robots Frontiers. Remember yesterday I tried playing it and it looked really bad. Really, really bad. I was not happy yesterday. I was just like, nah. I was like, I tried. I thought to myself, the Steam Deck's here. Let me just use the Steam Deck. But nah. Steam Deck had its time and nah. I'm not saying my Steam Deck, I still use it as my PC. It's my main PC in my house. That's what I use. I use a Steam Deck. But I'm just saying, I just don't see a point of playing games on it. I would play games. I'm not saying I won't. But at the moment, I'm adding exe files to display. And what display does is it will give you the choice of, let Windows decide. I'm selecting high performance, which will be NVIDIA. So for all the time I've been not making videos, all I've been doing is just basically updating my drivers. I had to also update Windows. So Windows had some major update. And from what I've been hearing is that Windows can also mess up. It doesn't mess up, but it can also kind of disrupt this is an OLED display, right? It can mess up the OLED. So I don't know much about that stuff, you understand? But the game that I'm really curious of testing right now would be, the games on my list right now would be War Robots Frontiers, and Call of Duty. With time I'll add other games, but I don't think I need to. I don't think this is going to be like a situation where I need to do that. Obviously these games are going to kick in. And they will recognize, they will know that this is a beefier, they'll see the graphics card one day. So I don't think, because I've been in NVIDIA, I was in NVIDIA GeForce, I was changing some functions. So that's War Robots Frontiers. I'm now going to go for War Robots. I know what you're thinking. Why am I so concerned with War Robots Frontiers? These are the games I play the most. Every day when I wake up, the first games I look forward to playing would be, I know this sounds unfortunate, but the games I like playing were, sorry, I just need to add the game in here. You go to global settings, you need to change this from auto select to a high performance NVIDIA processor. Go to program selector, then click on add, then browse. And then in here, like I told you guys, I don't have anything on C drive. It's all in D because that's where I had all my games. And I need to find, yeah, Modern Warfare 3. I think this is just a server. Once you add it, it doesn't matter. You just keep browsing. The good thing about this one is you don't need to keep like going back and forward, back and forward, back and forward. It's just like as soon as it, you know, puts the game in there, then you can just come out of it. The other thing I like doing is just adding everything associated with the game. So I know like these crash handlers have nothing to do with the game, but in my mindset, I'm thinking like they do. They do have something to do with the game because at the end of the day, when you do play this game and it crashes, I mean, I don't know. I did this with the RTX 3060. Maybe my mindset needs to change a bit because I was watching something on YouTube and they said that you do not need to. I mean, you can leave your laptop on 1920 by 1080 because the RTX 3080 can handle this. I mean, 3080 Ti can handle this. But I'm still in my old I'm still in my old brain, you know. My mind hasn't moved past all that stuff, you know. I'm still like, nah. I want to see it with my own eyes. I want to see this laptop actually showing me something different. Because yesterday I was disappointed, man. I played this on Steam Deck. I was really disappointed. I couldn't even play Ground War. You know the Ground War thingy. I couldn't play it. It's just so much stuttering going on. And it's like it just wouldn't allow me to play the game. I couldn't play Ground War. I was playing Mosh Pit. Mosh Pit is okay, but I wanted to play Ground War because of, you know, you can drive tanks, you can, it's just a bigger game, 64 players, and I couldn't do that. All right, I need to click apply. Once you've done this, just click apply. So what this is doing is it's going to use global settings. And the global settings is a high performance NVIDIA processor. On this one, okay, so it's saying Physics X, NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3080 Ti laptop GPU. Says the same here, so it knows I'm using an external thing. Okay, performance, use the advanced 3D. I selected performance for this one. It says change resolution. I put this one, 144. Oh, it's thinking I want to go to, okay, it says native 1080 by 1920 by 1080. It says Ultra HD, HD, SD. I'm sticking with this. I know it seems bad. Seems like I don't want to, wait, what's this connection type? Full screen videos, desktop programs, blah, blah, blah. I'll just leave it on auto select. What's this one? Resolution. Your graphics card and display are HDCP capable. My monitors are AOC. Like I said, it's gaming monitor. Keep, what? Restarts? Wait. What are all these things? It says, okay, the external monitor is using the GeForce thingy. And I don't know, what else did it say I changed? Said I changed some settings. Anyway, the only things I wanted to change in there were just, you know, things to do with games. Right, so I want to show you guys something. I want to see, how many games do I have installed? Right, I don't want all games. I just want games installed. How do I do that? How does it say it? All games, uncut, recent games, collections view. Oh, collections view. Right, so how do I get my installed games? This is just dumb, man. You know, it's dumb. All games. I mean, it's not. It doesn't. How come it doesn't have a installed games? You know, wouldn't that just be better? Okay, I'm gonna put size on disk. Now check this out. All of these games are not on the 1 terabyte SSD. They are all on the 2 terabyte SSD. All I had to do was put the 2 terabyte SSD into this laptop. And I fortunately, on the RTX 3060, I had installed the Steam XC file. And I'd saved that, you know, the setup file thingy on the D drive. The drive that I just put in, the SSD that I put into the laptop. So all I did is I went into that drive and I clicked on the setup for Steam, started up, and it started up in that drive. It tried to select C drive. Then I thought to myself, no, because if it goes into the C drive, it will start looking for games and it has to do that weird transfer thing. And then that's going to take for ages, you know? So I said, no, let me just keep it to D drive. So I kept it there. And I think I put it into the Steam one because there's a Steam folder that's not being used, you know? So it's like, it doesn't have any games in it. So I selected that folder and it went in there because it needs an empty folder. It went straight back into there. And mind you, Steam is already installed on the D drive. That was kind of weird because Steam is already installed on the drive with all these games. All of these games, you can see they've all got like gigabytes on them. All of these are installed on the D drive. So I was right. If I put Steam on C drive, it would have done that transfer thingy. And the C drive only has a terabyte. So these games are really big. I mean, just imagine I've got 2 terabytes and I've only got 212 gigabyte left. That's free from 2 terabytes. On the terabyte, I've got 823 gigabyte. But the majority of the games are very big that I've got. You know, all these games. I've got Warhaven, PUBG. Oh my God, I can't wait to test PUBG. I can't wait to test PUBG. Right, guys. I want to test War Robots Frontiers, Call of Duty. Today is a different day. Oh yeah, and I'm using, check this out, I'm using my favorite DualSense controllers. Let's see what other things I have running in the background. Check this out. I managed to get my thingy to come here. I got DS for Windows on this. Let's see, PS5, Xbox. I'm going to select Xbox only because it's easier for me to switch. You know, if I select Xbox, I can go from Call of Duty to War Robots Frontiers without changing the configuration. Right. The other one that I need to check on just to make sure that's not running in the background is this DSX. You see, it does say hidden. There it is. I'm going to launch this. I know this looks crazy. Like, why am I launching a second emulator? Because sometimes DSX, like I said, runs in the background. If DSX is running in the background, it will cause the same situation I had yesterday, whereas I could not use my gamepad I couldn't use it in Call of Duty. And remember, I kept like, I kept restarting the game and thinking that something was wrong with the game, but the game itself was fine. It's just that like, you can't have 2 of these running in the background. I'll show you as soon as this does. I don't know what's this. It's always like this. But you know one thing I like about this laptop? It's really quick on downloading. You know, I don't know if that's to do with more with the CPU stuff or what, but I'm just saying I like that the fact that it's very fast. I mean, when it comes to downloads. Oh yeah, the other things I haven't done yet with the laptop is that it has programs for the keyboard. As you can see, I haven't changed the keyboard yet. So I have been running around. I installed MSI Afterburner installed. Why did I install Afterburner? Well, it's an MSI laptop. In my brain is like, it must, look at this, MSI True Color. Oh, check this out. It's an actual app. Right. So you got Gamer, Anti-Blue, sRGB, Adobe RGB, then P3 Display, Office Movie. So what's this one like? I'm just wondering, did anything change? I'm not noticing a thing. All right, sRGB. I'm just wondering if that's Anti-Blue, then Gamer. Okay. Maybe the Gamer thing might do something. Show settings. Wait, I want to see the settings thing. All right. Okay, let's see. So it says True Color. MSI, it's got anti-blue, blah, 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 blah. So it's Gamer View Mode settings. The controls below. Make adjustments to the Gamer View Mode. Select Save as from the Profiles box to save the settings. Make a selection from the Profiles box to assign any profile to Game View Mode. Right. How about anti-blue? I don't like this one. Oh, but check this out. It's got Reading. It's got Office. It's got Browsing. It's got Multimedia. So it actually has... Oh, and it's got a schedule as well. No, I don't want that. This one, I like this one. It's kind of bright. It says sRGB view mode settings. It says view mode allows you to browse in the web standard sRGB color space. The control below make adjustments to the sRGB view mode. And then the other one I do like is this one. It says Adobe RGB view mode settings. View mode allows you to view and edit photographs that were created in the Adobe RGB color space. Select save as from the profiles box to save the settings. Make a selection from the profile box to assign any profile to Adobe RGB view mode. But this one I actually like. And look, it's got warm, it's got neutral, and it's got cool. The cool one looks alright, but I like the neutral. But you know, to be honest, I feel like it's got office, it's got movie. Alright, so it's like brightens the screen. I'm gonna stick with this sRGB. I do like this one, but I think this one is the nicest. This sRGB thing. I don't know. Oh, it's got tools. App sync, crosshair, desktop partition, calibrate, options, help, modes. What's this application? Browse, refresh, app sync. So I'm going to go to settings. I'm going to click on top, disable mode switching hotkey, crosshair, app sync, messaging, task tray menu, right click on desktop menu, always on top. Right, okay. So I've selected sRGB. I'm going to close that. So this was, you see what I mean by the way that this laptop just picks up on games. Right, so I'm trying to think, do I play Call of Duty now? Or do I play what? You know what? The other thing that I've got an issue, well, not an issue, but the other thing is, oh, what's this one? Okay, I think this is, oh, yeah, this is for DS for Windows thingy. So I do need this to kind of install. It says, oh, good, congratulations, blah, 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 blah. Okay, it's cool. Right, so that's running in the background. But the one thing I wanted to note is, how do I change? Okay, MSI Center. It says dark mode, light mode, start MSI Center automatically when system starts, always update. Always update, allow MSI collect process. Right, I'm gonna remove this thingy. Only because if it's collecting information, I feel like it's gonna be taking away, you know, like feature sets. What are feature sets? Web browsing, creator, gamer. I don't even know what all this stuff is. Skip. Oh, check this out. So it's got MSI recovery, gaming mode, general settings, user scenario. It's got Mystic Light, MSI companion, game highlights, smart priority, smart image finder, sound tune, system diagnostic, true color, Wi-Fi analysis. Oh, you got to install them. Okay. I did not realize that. Right, so I have to wait for this to finish installing. So I think that's why, because the keyboard's okay, but it's not bright. I want to change the color. You know? I mean, you know, like I said, I wasn't focusing on this stuff. You know, fortunately, I did go into all this stuff like before. You know, when I bought this, when I was in the process of buying this laptop, you know, I was like doing some research about this laptop. You understand? So when I was doing this research about the laptop, I wanted to find out how good the laptop was for gaming. Because I was trying to compare. Remember, I said to you guys, I was trying to compare the Clevo 3X Scan 3XS, and that one is called Gallant something. It's during its time, it is a good gaming laptop. You understand? So I was trying to compare the two to see which one I would buy. Like I said, the guy was he was willing to negotiate, you know, and willing to travel as well, because he was coming from Manchester. And he said to me, like, oh, you know, he was going to come down and he was going to, like, bring the laptop and everything. But like I said, there were just some images of the laptop that I didn't like. Like, for example, he was using an external SSD on this laptop. And, you know, the Clevo laptops are quite big. They're very big laptops. They're not like 15-inch, not like this. They're nowhere near as tiny as this laptop or as slim as this laptop. Like I'm saying, this thing is a beast, you know. When I'm looking at this laptop, I know that I made the right choice. Because the Clevo, you know what got me on Clevo? I came from a point where I once had Alienware laptop, and with the Alienware laptops, they were quite big, so I was kind of used to the size of gaming laptops always being big. You see, that's why I said when I was opening up this box today in the morning, I just figured, I thought, well, it's gonna be the same. It's gonna be like Alienware. It's gonna be big, bulky, ugly looking, but it's gonna get the job done, right? Because the gaming laptop. But to my surprise, it's this tiny little the size of this laptop. It looks like a MacBook. If you take an Apple MacBook and you compare them, they look exactly the same. You'd never think this is a gaming laptop. If I walk around with this thing anyway, even if I go in the library, no one would think it's a gaming laptop until they look at it. You know? Right, so it says Smart Auto. It says switching to optimizer user mode via MSI AI engine automatically. I don't know what that means. Extreme performance, the best system performance for multitasking and heavy duty. Balanced, the best system setting that MSI recommends. Silent, the quietest system under the ambient noise. Super battery, the longest possible battery life. Okay, so hardware monitoring. So I'm going to select, right, guys, I need to do a, I need to do a what do you call this? I'm forgetting now. You know, for this guy, the one who sent me the laptop, I need to do a feedback for him on eBay. So the reason why I hadn't done it before is because obviously I was still messing around with the laptop. I mean, I'm going to do it now. I mean, he did me a good favor, actually. He did me quite a good favor, so I'm happy with what he sent me. So, it's so good. Just want to find purchases. Yes, it's saying leave feedback. Right, so I'm going to say positive. I'm giving him 5 stars. Oh, I need to take pictures. Okay. I'm wondering if I can come back here. I'm just gonna. I mean, I can't take photos now. I mean, I know you're supposed to, but I'm just wondering if I can just leave the feedback. Right. So I've left him some positive feedback. Gave him 5 stars. I mean, I'm happy, man. This thing is awesome. There's nothing I can actually say to the dude. The only thing I'm wondering now is, how do you change the backlight? How does this thing change? Because on my other laptop, I could change it, right? So I'm just wondering, how do you change this one? Because, okay, so it's got GPU usage, it's got CPU usage, clean up the disk, free up memory, right? Okay. You know what? Let me just use I'm hoping this is going to be simple. Right, let me see. It's got some weird things on here. Let's see. I can't even see where I'm supposed to do this. Check this out. It's got shortcut keys on the FN. On FN8, it looks like it's got a fan. FN9's got Steel Series. All right. Okay, so it's got backlights up and down. But can I change them? That's the thing. Okay, it's got screen, sound. The thing I'm wondering is, can I not change the color, like the contrast of these things? Right, I'm gonna use my phone as a light. Oh my god, it's not bad looking. It's not bad looking, but I'm just wondering. Okay, so where's FN? Wow, this is another weird one. There's no FN key on this thing. Oh, FN is down here. All right, okay. Found it. Check this out. When I press FN, the keys all lit up as red on the top. Do you see that? That's weird. Okay, so why is it not going up? Or do I just press on it? Okay, that's pretty cool. Check this out. You don't need the FN key. You just, so how many times is this? Let me see. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6, it starts going down. Okay, and now I'm getting confused. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right. I think it's gone down again, hasn't it? Let me stop using this slide. Let me try and do this properly. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 5. Okay, it's going dim. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it goes up, so you don't need the FN key. When you click on FN, it highlights the other keys as red. That's pretty cool. So what's this fan thing? Doesn't do anything. And what's a still series? Oh, check this out. It's doing some weird thing up here where it says GPU usage, and then suddenly the SSD just popped up. Then the fan thing. I don't get, I'm still learning. So with time, I know I will understand this better. Okay, so this is brightness, that's volume, and all these other things up here. This is gonna take time, but I'm just wondering. So how do you change the backlight? You know what I'm thinking? No, I mean it's just a bit weird, but I'm wondering, like, how do you change the backlight? I'm actually using a physical mouse on the outside. The only reason is I find it a bit easier to use, right? So I'm not really getting this. I'm not understanding this thing pretty much. It's saying VRAM clock 405 megahertz, GPU clock 210, CPU temperature 47. Plan right now is balanced. It's on 46 degrees Celsius. It says SSD is 63%. Oh, you know one thing. Wait, before I jump into a game, I actually want to download this thing called Spexy. What's all this stuff on? Turn it on. What's this? Privacy features. All right. Hey, there's this it's like a program, Spexy, if you've never heard of it. And what this does, it will show, and then GPU Z, that's the other one, that will actually show the kind of graphics card that I've got. I think this one's popular. Everyone knows about GPU Z. And all this is going to do is just show me the graphics card that I've got. This Spexy one, why I like Spexy is because it's going to show, let's see, monitor. Okay, let me leave this alone. I mean, I would do this. I've got, like I said, I've got the Pro version for CC Cleaner on my Steam Deck, but that's only one version that I've got. Right. So why do I need Spexy? I'll tell you guys in a second. Oh my God, did I close it? Wait. I hope I didn't mess that up. I hope I didn't mess up the downloads. Oh, they downloaded already. You see what I mean? How fast I was. You see what I'm saying? The RTX 3060, I wouldn't be doing this. The downloads would have been messed up. I'll say yes. I know it says you can mess up your system. I'm like, how does it mess up the system? Let me put this in D, because if that's the case, let it go to D. Launch. I don't understand. How would it mess up my system? It doesn't do anything. It just tells you. Or maybe they think you're going to, do some weird things on it. But you can't do anything. It's not like throttle stop. Throttle stop will actually mess your system up. That's the one that will mess up your system. Throttle stop. But not, Spexy can't do anything to your stuff, So this one actually tells you what you've got on your laptop. It says, check this out, 4,095 megabyte NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3060 Ti. I don't know why I always get confused with this 4,000 thing. What is that for? SLI disabled, RTX 3080 Ti laptop GPU, MSI. So it says here 953 gigabytes, that's SSD, and 1,907 gigabytes Western Digital, and there's another SSD. Like I said, I put a second SSD inside it. I mean, after I put that, I don't want to open this up again. RAM, 32 gigabytes of RAM, Windows 11 Home, 64-bit, and graphics. So on graphics, I just want to see. Now, I always get confused with this thing. Why, if it's 16 gigabyte, why not just say 16 gigs? Why does it have to give all these complicated things around it? Like this one especially, see, it doesn't even tell you. It doesn't say anything about 16 gigs of VRAM. If I want to see the gigs of VRAM, I have to go into, what's that called? Driver manager thingy, whatever you call it. Let's see. Oh, it recognizes that I'm using 1280 by 720. That's cool. It also recognizes that I'm using monitor frequency 240 Hertz. And then obviously the other one doesn't show much. Maybe because it's external. Right, yeah, so here it is. So here's this one. And it says, no, this is this is UHD. I don't know why does it think I care? Okay, it supports DirectX 12. What memory capacity does it have? It says NA. It doesn't even know. It's like it's non-existent. Bus with 256 bits. Memory clocks 1450, 2400 memory. Boost clock 1400. Boost again. Oh, GPU clock 1600, 2300, 299, 300. But I don't see what's the use of these of this information. I mean, for DDR5. I mean, if only Intel made integrated graphics so that were actually good. Right, this is the business now. NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3080 Ti laptop graphics GPU. There you go. Memory size 16,384 megabytes. Memory type GDDR6 Samsung. Bus width 256. Bandwidth 512. And it says GPU clock 1230. Memory 2000. Boost of 1590. Default clock 1230 megahertz, memory 2000 megahertz, and boost 1590. This is what I like seeing, not all that weird stuff. Let's see, advanced edition. Right. So the last thing I want to do, okay, I'm going to jump into Task Manager. Probably not the last thing. And let's see, performances. I like coming in here. You see, it actually shows you. Okay, that's UHD. Man, I only want to see the NVIDIA one. There you go. Dedicated GPU memory, 16 gigabytes. Man, I like seeing that. I like seeing that. And the RTX 3080 Ti laptop GPU. 16 gigs of dedicated memory. Boy, I cannot wait to see the performance of this bad boy. One, I've got 2 SSDs in here. That's 3 terabytes. I've got 32 gigs of RAM, 16 gigs of dedicated video VRAM, RTX 3080 Ti. I know it's an older graphics card. That's fine. I don't really care. It's got 16 cores, 8 performance cores, and 8 efficiency cores. 16 cores, 24 threads. This thing is like a beast. During its time when it was released, it was a beast. But it's still a beast. I don't think you can get laptops right now. Okay, it says smart priority, user scenario, general settings, OLED care. Wait, what's this one? Oh, that's where the keys are. That's what I wanted. All right, so I found it now. Windows key, crosshair display. I don't know what that is. Display power saver. What's this one? Switch key, webcam, USB power share. Okay, so to power something. It says MS hybrid graphics mode. Oh, how do I get this crate? It says system will reboot. Oh, all right. Let me just shut down the things running in the background first. MSI afterburner. Okay, so it needs to reboot. That's why it's saying it needs to reboot the system. All right, that I don't know how to close this. It's let me just stop it from running in the background. I'll say okay. It needs to reboot the system. It's saying I selected discrete graphics, so it's saying it needs to reboot. And check this thing out at night. Look at that. I like the light, man. Oh damn, I like the light on this thing. Right.